Got the Preem on. You already know what time it is, baby.
Wait. Pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Virux here, bringing you guys a brand new video, and man, oh man, I'm so excited to be bringing you guys this video today. And as you guys can read by the title of the video, that is how to become a hypebeast and get into streetwear fashion. Now, I'm making this video today because this was actually something that has been requested to me several times, and people ask me all the time, yo, I'm trying to get into clothes, I'm trying to get into fashion, but I don't know how to come about it. Like, I don't want to straight go into high fashion right away because I don't have money, but I do want to get into that whole hypebeast vibe and world and kind of get some knowledge on these streetwear brands. So I decided, you know what, since I've had a good amount of people asking me the same question recently, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just make a video about it. So this goes out to anyone that's trying to get into fashion but doesn't necessarily have the high budget to buy designer brands, Bape, Supreme, etc. and so forth, but still have a decent amount of money available to spend on clothes. For, I guess you could say, mid-tier brands almost approaching the top tier brands. Just to gain some knowledge in the streetwear world and to just become a little bit more familiar with clothes overall and what's popping in streetwear. Now, just before we get right into the video, I am gonna ask you guys to please make sure to drop a like if you guys enjoy, and if you guys want to see more videos like these where I talk about fashion. I do plan on making another one of these, not necessarily on streetwear, but more or less on, I guess, affordable high fashion, you know, stuff like distressed jeans, layering shirts, etc. and so forth. But that will only happen if you guys do leave a like on this video. But anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it. So you're trying to get into the mainstream streetwear slash high fashion world, but you see your favorite YouTuber celebrities wearing stuff like Bape, Givenchy, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Off-White, Raf, Balenciaga, etc. and so forth, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop you guys right there and tell you that you're gonna want to drop all that. That's some high fashion that I'm telling you guys you do not want to get right into unless you're rich or you win the lottery one of these days, or you want to max out your credit cards and be in debt for the rest of your life. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all those high fashion designers because that's a no-no. Now, as for top tier streetwear brands, excluding Bape, because I already told you guys we dropped that, so brands like Supreme, Palace, Yeezy, Kith, Antisocial Social Club, FTP, all I can say about that is honestly just try to get them retail. There's no other way unless you have a plug that will sell them to you for a little bit over retail but not quite resale price, then you're gonna have to spend a lot of money. For example, this shirt goes for about $200, but I got it retail for about 55 bucks. Now, before we drop the top tier streetwear brands and get into what I'm gonna be talking about today and sharing with you guys the brands that I really want you guys to experiment with and get into when it comes to the fashion streetwear game, I do want to say that the way you can go about getting into like Supreme and stuff like that without paying a lot of money is, when it comes to drops, try to buy items that aren't as hyped. So like, this was a super hyped item, but honestly I got lucky, man. There's a lot of different tactics for buying on drops. I'm pretty sure you guys heard of them before. So honestly, do what you gotta do. It's a free-for-all. It's a first come, first serve. However you do it, good luck to you. When it comes to the drops, just try to go for the less hyped items. That way you can kind of build up your collection, and then when you have the money and you're confident enough to spend a lot of money on, like, you know, more top tier stuff, then you add little by little. You know, you can add like a Bape hoodie, you can add a Supreme BOGO, whatever it is. But if you're barely trying to get into it and trying to buy any of these top tier streetwear brands, just go for the least hyped items. And once again, buy retail. That's the only thing I can give you guys when it comes to these type of brands. But anyways, getting into the brands that I want to talk to you guys about today, the more affordable brands, not cheap brands, but the more affordable mid-tier brands that I want to get into today's video, and the brands that I want to introduce you guys, so you guys introduce yourselves to the streetwear fashion scene, community, whatever you want to call it. We're actually going to go ahead and open up some packages. I actually just ordered some stuff from Zoomies that I want to show you guys. So I was like, you know what, this would be perfect to go along with this video. So we're going to go ahead and get right into the packages. Now, I ordered 3 different items. 2 of the items I know exactly what they are. The last item I kind of have an idea what it is, but I forgot exactly what I ordered because I went through a lot of things, but I forgot exactly what item that is that I bought. So, but anyways, guys, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and open up these packages, and I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you guys to some brands that can help you guys potentially become the hypebeast that you guys want to become. So this is the biggest package we have. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, and I'm pretty sure I know already what this is. We're gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. So I know this is a black hoodie. Yep, it is the black hoodie that I was talking about. We're gonna go ahead and leave the packaging there. Got the receipt there. Need to see that. But without further ado, we got our Obey Worldwide Obey Propaganda hoodie. This is a really nice piece by Obey Propaganda, honestly. Gotta give it to them. This one goes for around $64.95, around $70, $80. It's a really minimalistic fashion item, which I loved about it. So you guys can see it literally just says Obey Worldwide embroidered into the chest. And it's really nice quality. It's pretty thin. You can tell they were going for that fashion look, that like more high fashion type of feel. So yeah, I gotta give it to Obey for this one. I really like this piece. Super nice and clean. Goes with anything. It's black. And once again, here's another look at the Obey Worldwide black hoodie. So we're gonna go ahead and set that to the side. But that was the first brand I want to talk to you guys about, and that is Obey Propaganda. Obey Propaganda has been around for a couple decades now, I believe. And it's a very well-respected brand. They're known for the Obey Creeper graphic. They're known for all their propaganda graphics. And for a couple of minimalist things like the item that you guys just saw. So I really recommend Obey Propaganda to anyone and everyone, and I'm pretty sure you guys have all heard of it before. Great brand. There are a few items that I don't like. I'd say maybe like 50% of what they do make, I would say I wouldn't wear, but there's a whole other 50% and variety of things that I would wear. Yeah, really dope piece. Anyways guys, moving on to the next item that we have here. I actually have no idea which one this is. I did end up buying two shirts. I believe one was a long sleeve and one was a short sleeve. Shout out to Zoomies. We got the Zoomies bag here on deck. Yeah, I was surprised that the hoodie didn't come with a bag, because usually they do send everything with a bag. So, and without further ado, let's go ahead and just get the item out. Ooh, okay, you guys can see it already. We got a Champion text logo t-shirt. Really nice design. I like it. And as you guys know, Champion is really popping right now. I mean, they have done a lot of collabs recently with like Babe and stuff like that. So I mean, I understand why Champion is popping right now. Of course, we got the embroidered Champion logo on the sleeve. And man, what can I say? I mean, it's just it's the signature Champion look. Now, I do want to point something out about Champion, and that is that when it comes to streetwear and fashion, you have to know where you're getting it from, because a lot of Champion's things are, I guess you can say, cheap. Because Champion's like a brand. I don't know the story of Champion or anything like that, but from what I know and what I've observed, Champion was really just like a simplistic brand made for anyone and everyone. So they would sell Champion at places like Target, Walmart. And so when it comes to the fashion game, you have to know what kind of Champion, what collections of Champion you're buying from. Obviously, me getting this from Zoomies is the fashionable Champion. So yeah, they do have a lot of active wear and stuff like that as well. So pretty cool brand. This is actually only $25 to $30, so I mean, this is pretty cheap. It's really good. It's one of the hottest brands in the streetwear game right now, so I mean, I really recommend it. Anyone can get into it. It's really not that expensive. I really highly recommend you guys buy a few Champion items for your Hypebeast collection. So we're gonna go ahead and set that on the side, and last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and open the third item. This is the item that I actually have no idea what I ended up buying. I thought it was a long sleeve. It feels like a short sleeve. So yeah, it feels like a normal t-shirt. So I'm not sure if I ended up buying the long sleeve I had in mind. I don't know. I really don't remember at all. But if it is a long sleeve, I'm pretty sure. Look, it's black. Oh, I remember what I bought now. I just saw it in the corner of my eye. Anyways, guys, without further ado, here is the last item. We actually have a Scream film shirt. Now, I love this. This is such a dope graphic tee. Honestly, I bought this for 25 bucks as well. 25 to $30 with tax. Really nice, man. This is a dope design that you can wear with like some nice distressed biker denims or something, you know. This is really sick, man. Super dope graphic tee from the movie Scream. And this brings me to something that I actually was not going to talk about in the video because I forgot I bought this, but thanks for reminding me. Movie, TV show, and band apparel. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen people that don't even listen to Metallica or Nirvana or whatever rocking all these tees as like a fashion statement. It's pretty cool as a fashion statement, whatever's hot, whatever's popping right now. But if you do like a specific thing, you know what I'm saying, like if you like a specific band or something like that, or if you have some knowledge on it and you do enjoy part of it, I do think, like for example, like Supreme, right? I'm wearing a Scarface shirt, right? And this is actually a great example. I've seen the movie, I know what the movie's about, I understand references to the movie, so it's like this is something I feel like I can wear. Or like for example, Scream, I know references to Scream, I know the movie, etc. and so forth. A Guns N' Roses shirt, I feel like I could wear because I can name songs, I know about Guns N' Roses, I grew up listening to Guns N' Roses. So when it comes to graphic tees of movies, TV shows, and bands, whatever it may be, just make sure you can relate, because that's also something you can implement to your Hypebeast collection. Now moving on and crossing those 3 points off, we're gonna go ahead and get into some more brands that I do want to talk about that you guys can go ahead and get on and start your Hypebeast collection with. And we're gonna go ahead and start with 10 Deep. Now 10 Deep's actually one of the hottest brands out there right now, streetwear brands. Not a lot of people know this. And I actually was talking to someone about 10 Deep earlier today. They were telling me how it's like irrelevant, this and that, but I was like, no, it's not. But I will say 10 Deep is one of the more expensive brands that I will be talking about today. It is a mid-tier brand, more like a mid-high tier brand, but it's something that if you guys are looking to spend 100 plus in like a hoodie or whatever, you guys can go ahead and check out. 10 Deep does have some really cool stuff and I really recommend it to everyone. So the next brand we're going to be talking about real quick is actually my personal favorite brand when it comes to streetwear, under the top tier streetwear brands, and that is Stussy, however you want to say it. I usually say Stussy, people say Stussy, blah blah blah, whatever. Quick background story about Stussy. Stussy is where Supreme was born. The creators of Supreme actually opened up a skate shop in New York, and then from that skate shop Stussy was born, and then from Stussy Supreme was born, etc. and so forth, and now they're as big as they are. Now I actually did not know this before I got into the whole Supreme reselling game, but I've always been a fan of Stussy. Like, I've always thought their stuff is nice, simple, straight to the point. It does appeal a lot to the skateboarding community because Supreme Stussy was made for skateboarders, and I used to be a skateboarder myself. You guys can see a board there. So I really like their view, their vibe, their hype, and everything. So Stussy is definitely one, if not my favorite mid-tier streetwear brand. Moving on to the next one, we're actually going to go ahead and talk about shoes real quick, just because of the order I play everything in, and that is Adidas, Nike, and Vans. Now these are brands that everyone respects. These are brands that have been around forever and no one will make fun of you for wearing them. I mean, it depends what shoe, but you know what I mean. Vans honestly goes everything. You see people like Tyler the Creator with his fashion. Everyone likes how he dresses. You got people like Ian Connor, whoever it is. You see a lot of people wearing Vans. Ian Connor actually made a shoe inspired by the old school, so I mean that tells you something. And people like Wiz Khalifa, whoever it may be, skateboarders, rappers, actors, whoever you are, you own a pair of Vans. Vans are definitely something to have in your collection. Now Nike, I love Nike. I love the Air Maxes. I love the Air Forces. I love Huaraches. But honestly, Nike has so many signature shoes that are so iconic, like the Cortez, whatever it may be that goes new school and old school fashion. And honestly, man, who doesn't like Nike? Now same with Adidas, lots of signature shoes like the Stan Smith. Now they have the NMDs, the Ultra Boost, the Yeezys, whatever it may be. Adidas really took the game in 2017 when it came to the Hypebeast community. So Adidas is definitely something you should have in your closet. And we also have Jordan, like I mentioned before, but with Nike, Jordan Retros, and Adidas, like I said, it's good to be able, or at least attempt, to buy things for retail price. Now I'm gonna go ahead and name off a few more brands that I really think could change and upgrade your fashion and streetwear sense and everything that you guys should go ahead and check out and maybe add onto your collection. That is Undefeated. Undefeated is really big, just like 10 Deep and Stussy. Thrasher. Now the problem with Thrasher is you will get memed if you do not know how to at least ride a skateboard and you're wearing Thrasher, never skated, never popped an ollie, never popped a kickflip. You will get memed on if you wear Thrasher. If you want yourself a Thrasher hoodie, I mean, whatever, be my guest, but just know you have been warned. We have RIPNDIP. I'm pretty sure you guys seen those little cats coming out of like the shirts or whatever. That is RIPNDIP. That is super hot right now for some reason. I honestly don't know the backstory about that, but I do think they have some pretty cool stuff. So go ahead and check out RIPNDIP. Asphalt Yacht Club. That came out of DGK. Well, kind of, sort of, not really. Stevie Williams, from what I know, is the CEO or the creator of Asphalt Yacht Club. The person that also made DGK, OG skateboarder, etc. and so forth. But yeah, Asphalt, they have some really nice stuff, so I really do recommend you guys check them out. Who knows, maybe even give them a shot. Then we have a brand that I'm a little bit iffy about. Honestly, personally, I don't really like this brand, but it came back. A lot of people are into it. So I mean, if you want to go ahead and hop into Hype Train and get something that's not too expensive, but that is in the Hypebeast realm, then go ahead and be my guest. And that is Fila, shoe company Fila. I know Fila has always been more popular outside of the US. Actually, if you wore Fila, I'd say about 3 years ago here in the US, you'd probably just get shot on and freaking just made fun of or whatever. But nowadays, it came back and it's a again. So if you like Fila, go ahead and be my guest. I have seen some pretty dope windbreakers of theirs, so I will give them that. I do respect them, but I'm just not necessarily a fan of it. And last but not least, we got two that can be, sometimes, depends on what items you buy, a little bit more on the top tier brands. but they can also be in the mid-tier brands, and that is Billionaires Boys Club, which I'm sure you guys have seen rappers wear. And we got the North Face, super well respected brand. I love the North Face. Nowadays, you know, it's in the fashion world, it's really well respected. They have a lot of really good items, so I mean, super dope pieces, especially their Supreme collabs. This past the parka, oh man, that was fire. I wish I could have got it, but I was actually broke at that time, so. But yeah, two really well respected brands. I really recommend you guys check them out. Like I said, those could be in a little bit more of the expensive side of things, but if you have the money and you feel like copying something from them, why not? And honestly, in my eyes, that's pretty much it on what you guys should be looking at, what brands you guys should be looking to wear, to buy, to cop, to get you into the Hypebeast game. There are a few others that I'm not going to talk about, but I just really didn't put them on the list, didn't make it on the list because I myself feel they're burnt out and they're just not in style anymore. So, and well, if you guys are asking yourself, well, where can I buy these brands? You guys can go ahead and head over to Zoomies, Paxson, Tilly's, or Urban Outfitters, or just search them up online and you guys can go ahead and just check them out. And if you guys see something you like, go ahead and feel free to cop. This video is not sponsored by anyone or anything I'm talking about, so even though one of them probably should sponsor me, but I'm just kidding. Free promotion for them. But anyways guys, before we end off today's video, I do have a few brands that I want to, I guess, kind of give honorable mentions to and kind of just mention to you guys that you guys can go ahead and check out as well. And these are more of high tier designer type brands, but you guys can find some pretty cheap items from them to go and add into your beginner's Hypebeast collection. And we're gonna start off with Ralph Lauren, Ralph, whatever you guys want to call him. I love his stuff. Ralph Lauren has so many simple things, but his stuff is so nice. And I myself have a good amount of pieces from his brand, so I definitely recommend you Ralph Lauren. The next one has to be Lil Bo's brand. Lil Bo, you already know he's working with them, and that is Nautica. They have some pretty cool stuff as well. They have some nice pants that you could actually wear with everything else I mentioned, so they're not necessarily streetwear, neither is Ralph Lauren, but you guys can do a good amount of mixing with streetwear and these brands. Like with Ralph Lauren, you could get like a nice jacket with like some like biker denims and like an Obey shirt or like a Stussy shirt, whatever it is, beanie, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And the last one is Tommy Hilfiger, of course. Tommy goes with a lot of things. I actually have a jacket that my best friend gave to me. I don't know if it was for Christmas or my birthday, either or, about a year ago, so. And it's really nice, so I gotta give it to Tommy as well. He has some really dope pieces. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you guys want to see more of these videos, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already, turn on post notifications for more videos like this and to be notified when they drop. Comment down below your opinions on today's video, what brands you guys are gonna check out, maybe if I missed some brands that you guys think should have been on the list, and just anything you guys liked about today's video. Make sure to check out all my social media down below in the description box. Make sure to check out my Twitter. That's pretty much where I update everything about my life, when I'm gonna be uploading, when I'm streaming over on Twitch. Follow me on Instagram for some interesting shots about my life and just photography overall. Snapchat to stay updated with me real time, and I don't really use Facebook, but some people hit me up on there and I hit them back up sometimes, so. But anyways guys, much love, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Virux out. Peace.
Okay.